Hello everybody, welcome back to the Opal Dungeon. We have the other one of the two stones that I got yesterday from Lee Brereton, Brer Opals. Yesterday's turned out really nice. We got the 18 karat piece tonight to cut. Let's see how that goes out, and let's look at it real quick. Alright, 18 carats, but as we looked at it yesterday, see that curve there in the piece? Well, the color bar curve's opposite to the curve of that seam opal. And so the challenge on this one's going to be, our lowest point is right here in the center of the stone, right where you'd like to be the highest point because of your dome. And it doesn't have the thickest color bar, so you can see it right there a little bit better. So there's not a lot of leeway to be able to make a stone. Probably that means that this is going to have to be cut maybe right there at the lowest point in that curve and get two stones out of it. But let's look at this one. Let's start. Don't talk too much about it. Let's just start cutting it. Here we are. 18 carats of Cooper Pedy. Color showing up there, color showing up there. Crooked color bar showing up along there. Decent brightness. Look at, there's a little bit of a color bar right there too. See that? Just a wink. Actually, almost looks like the whole thing is got some color in it. That's interesting. That might be worth just peeking in right here. Well, no color jumped out at us. See, we got this side right here that doesn't have a whole lot in it. Your color bar does not make it to this face. It's there. It's there. It's there. Does it do a diving act on us? So I have to thank all of you. I think the video I put out last night about the Christmas Cooper Pedy, just like I thought, there's some color starting to peek through this back side. Could we actually use that to get a higher domed piece? On this side, it's there. The color is there at the top. When you flip it around here, the color is down here at the bottom. This is usually a recipe for needing to flip a stone. Let's look in this side a little bit. Anyway, that video, you guys, lots of very positive, kind comments, lots of interest. Lots of people watched that one. Thank you. More than a few comments about the fact that I sang in that one and I hadn't been singing in videos. I'll tell you a funny story about my singing. When I was in first or second grade, I don't remember, I had a crush on a girl named Donna. I only remember that because my mom's name is Donna, so I remember their name was Donna. And we used to back then have a singing teacher and a musical teacher come in, and we would play the tambourine or maybe a flute or, you know, a bell or something. You know, we'd get little musical instruments, but we would sing. We would sing different songs. See, this is our upside down part. It's really hard to tell how far that color is going to go. Anyway, I was sitting, we had our desk set up in fours, I remember, so there was two desks, they were facing each other. It was kind of awkward, I guess, because we would have to turn to the side, look up to the front of the teacher, but that's how they were. And I remember I was thinking, well, I need to sing really good and impress Donna. So I was trying to sing like Elvis, who was obviously the best singer that I knew of at 8, 7, however old I was. And Donna looked at me after we'd finished singing a song, and she said, "You have the worst voice I've ever heard in my life." And I was just crushed. just crushed that my crush thought I had the worst voice, singing voice in the world. And so I wouldn't sing in front of people for years. I was embarrassed. It embarrassed me, and I thought, well, I didn't know that I had that bad of a singing voice. I'm not thinking that, you know, kids that age are dumb, and that probably meant she liked me. It probably meant she had a crush on me or something. But anyway, she probably wasn't a vocal teacher. She probably wasn't all that knowledgeable on what would have been good or not good. But I believed her because I was young, and I wouldn't sing in front of anybody. But I did like to sing. So whenever I thought I was by myself, I would sometimes sing, and occasionally somebody would catch me singing and say, "Hey, you should sing more. You have a nice voice." And I'd be like, in my head, I'd be like, "No, I don't. Donna said I have the worst voice she's ever heard in her life." I don't know what to do with this stone. It's kind of giving me some different signals here. Anyway, so I don't know. When I got to be about 19 or 20, I had enough people tell me, "Hey, you should sing more. You got a nice voice." So I decided, you know what? The heck with what Donna thought. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna lose my fear of singing in front of people, and just start singing in front of people. And if people don't like it, they don't have to listen. So I remember about that time, my sister, all my sisters have amazing, beautiful voices. They are incredible. Two of my sisters have opened for Joe Diffie in Nashville. You know, all of my sisters are amazing. Look at that color coming through there. I don't know what to do with this stone. We're still concaved here. But anyway, so my sister Lisa, who has an amazing voice, said she was trying out for a musical, and they needed some other people for bit parts. And I'd always done a lot of theater in high school and that stuff. I liked it. And did I want to come try out for a role in the play? So I was like, yeah, I'll come. And I found out you had to sing to try out. So I sang. I believe I sang Garth Brooks' The Dance. Looking back on the memory of the dance we shared beneath the stars above. And for a moment, all the world was right. How could I have known that you'd ever say goodbye? And now I'm glad I didn't know the way it all would end, the way it all would go. Our lives, they're better left to chance. Could have missed the pain, but I'd have had to miss the dance. I sang that song, and I finished, and the director said, "That is my favorite song of all time." And I went, ah, crap. So I was cast as Japheth in the musical 2x2, which was the second lead behind the part of Noah in that play, where I had multiple solos, lots of songs, and I had to kiss a girl, which was more difficult for me than singing. But I had a good time. Anyway, so I made it my goal to just find a way to sing in front of people where I wasn't embarrassed, because I enjoy singing. And I learned it. I really don't care if people like it or don't like it. I mean, I would prefer that you didn't hate it, but that's why I sing, is because I decided, you know what, I'm not going to not sing anymore if I feel like singing. If you don't like the singing, you can always turn the volume down. Look, we got color showing there. We got color showing here. We got nothing right here. Do we have it on this side, or is that whole corner dead? We might need to explore that corner while we're dilly-dallying, see if any color shows up in that. There we go. Maybe a little bit just showed up. There is a bit of a thin color bar in there. But it's up on this side right here. Definitely. See, it comes through right there. This one's tough. It's not an easy decision. we've got a nice stone right there, kind of like yesterday. Like, I think we've got a nice stone here. With a enough thickness maybe to carry it. It's being concave hurts us because we're going to have to get that bottom flat, we lose quite a bit of thickness. So we might even want to split this and do a stone here and here so that our high point can be here and here. We did a stone here, a stone here. Because trying to make this the high point of the stone is a struggle. That's the lowest point. Let's try and reverse that. We don't have enough color bar out here. So we almost need to cut it there and see if we can't get maybe a matched set of earring stones. And then maybe see if this corner right here won't give us something from the other side. Because that color bar dips down to this side. I think we're looking at possibly 3 stones here. One more time. See, there is color in there. I just don't know, because look, I mean, look, you can barely see, it's not very bright color. The brighter color is down there. Even this one is one of those rare color bars that it's facing better from the top than from the side. Sorry, this one is, some of these are difficult decisions. I think the obvious choice is to cut this one in half right there, try to get 3 carats, 2.5 carats, 3 carats, and then see what we get out of this. Let's do that. That seems to be the more sure thing, rather than this gamble right here. No telling how far that color bar goes, how thick it is, because it's just not visible from any of the sides. Okay, that's what we're doing. Be right back. Alright, so when we went to cut it, it broke into 3 pieces. Was right there, right? Where did that break at? There it is. Right there. Something like that. This piece went right there, this piece went right there. Sorry. Anyway, so now we got 3 different stones to see what we can turn into. So we start with the smallest one. Color bar's in this top. Let's go into it. We've got sand on that top that has to go away. Color showing in it. We got the sand off the top. I think we dopped that one up. Figure out what sort of a shape we can get out of it. I see an oval in there. We can do an oval there. That one needs to be dopped up. This one. A lot of crap in that face that needs to come out for this to work out on this side. Meaning inclusions in sand. The color is there, but with all that, it's not looking good. That is not a pretty color bar. It is dirty, dirty, dirty. cut, right? Something like that. A little bit uneven in our thickness of our base. Let's take that down a little bit, make sure we're not facing it from the wrong side. Alright, that one's ready to be dopped up. See if we can clean up the face and make a stone out of it. This stone is, I'll be honest, it's not looking promising to get anything out of it. The best color's there, and that color bar is super dirty. And almost even unhealthy looking. Alright, so there's that one. Now we got the bigger piece, but most of this was the junk that I meant to cut off. Everywhere and garbage everywhere on this one. I think we dop that one up also and see what we can make out of it. Okay, be right back. Alright, where do we start? With our littlest one. An oval, I guess. Okay, here's a rough outline of the shape. Now let's go in on the color bar and see if we got anything here. There is there. I'm just going to cut the dome in like there was a color bar and see if the color bar emerges by the time we're done. I see some sand. Going just a little more, just in case. This one's got layers and layers and layers of color bar, just none of them very thick. Here's more color. I don't like it. Let's look at our cushion cut here. There's that edge. And basically I cut these as corners. I cut 90 degree and then I cut parallel face to parallel face, from this line to this line, this line to this line, are they parallel? But first of all, I just look for 90-degree corners. My eye will tell me when they aren't, and then it tells me to stop when they are. Let's see if we can roll that up into a useful color bar.
This one had a lot of junk in it. You can see we got beautiful color, green primarily, but a big sand and inclusion.
We're going to pretend like those aren't there.
The way that fractured right there, that might make it where we have to make this an oval, but we'll wait and see.
One edge, one side at a time. Now we're working to get those.
Yeah, I feel like we just broke a piece off right there.
Let's come in a little bit, I guess. Either that or we have to recut it into an oval. Okay. I wish it was on this other face that just happened, because we got this sandy spot I would have liked to have taken out, but we're trying to see if we can get the sand out, the inclusion out, the color bar to stay. The sand is worse right here on this side.
Oh, it might have just came out, and we're just left with that inclusion. Lots of green in this one. I wonder if another light it'll show other colors.
I don't get very many straight green stones, even though green and blue are the two most common. I actually like green. This one's all orange from the side.
Like in this, from this angle, all the color I see, on the camera it's green. To my eye, from this side right here, everything I see is orange and blue. Interesting.
It's showing different to the camera than it is to my eye. Working on getting that little inclusion out. Ooh, it might have just came out.
If it did, oh, it's all but out. I think that comes out on the next wheel or the polish wheel. Alright, we might have something there. It's not the cleanest or brightest face, but it is a stone. I kind of like it as it's green. Green with a little bit of blue there. I bet you in the other light we'll pull in more oranges. But alright, there's one. Now our biggest piece here. What can we make out of this one? It's kind of a wreck. That concave piece right there. Where do we want to? We want to cut as much of this dark, crappy area here out. It looks like probably, if it's not a sand inclusion, it's at least an ugly
Potch.
See it?
We don't want that in the face. Which, taking that out, we might.
That's just ugly.
Do you see what I see? See where it's wanting to go?
I think usually you just have to let them go where they want to go. If we can get that mess out. take it down to a teardrop while allowing us to cut as much of that off as possible. But it goes in there deep. I don't know. It's like an ice cream cone. Let's start cutting a little bit of a dome into it. See what color starts pulling up. Man, that's ugly. It looks to me like it might go all the way into as far as here. That might go all the way through it. We're holding on to potentially a 2-carat stone if it cuts anything. Best case scenario. But that gray crap isn't coming out. We need a Christmas miracle, a Festivus miracle. A Festivus for the rest of us. Alright, I think we're done on this stone here. This wheel, I mean. We need to re-dop this up. We're not still holding on. This is just kind of a dirty stone. See that little bit of a natural healed crack? That's what it looks like. We're down to 1.5 carats of potential stone here. We're going to the next wheel, which would be this one. All it says on the side of it is medium grit. I like the way this stone cuts though. Better than the diamonds. It's a more solid feel, more consistent feel. It wears in at the same, kind of like a sintered diamond wheel, but still waiting for it to show that we're going to actually get a stone out of here. We're going down further into the color bar to try and pull more out.
getting the stone out of this path. Bullocks is going to have a field day with this one. He's going to say, you keep buying that orange cracky Cooper Petey. I sure wish I knew of other stuff to buy. I buy from everybody, every place I can find. It all looks like this. If there was something else, I certainly wouldn't be buying it. But it all pretty much,
Some of it works out, some of it doesn't, some of it cracks, some of it doesn't. It's just kind of open. Anyway, we're going to proceed as if that's our stone, see if it turns into anything. That is our stone there. We're hoping that one
turns out good. And I don't think we got anything here, but let's give it a quick rub and see if any of those many color bars that go down to this material pop up and change our mind about this one. Don't want to waste too much time on it because it's not that promising.
There you go. There's a little bit of color in it, but it's not worth pursuing.
Should we start with our one that shows some potential? I knew this would be a challenge.
Did we get our... It's not the cleanest face. It's just not. It's not a clean, pretty, clear potch. It's kind of a muddy... See, there's that conclusion right there.
But it is a stone.
This thing's kind of annoying. Alright, we're going to go with that. Actually really pretty color up in the tip of this.
Probably because of that darker material underneath it.
I won't make you sit through this one. Alright, we'll rub the best one.
We'll rub our little cushion cut. All of our hopes ride on this one pretty much. $65 for 18 carats. It's not a bad little stone to cut. I don't know what your expectations should be for $65 for an 18 karat stone. I think we're going to get our value out of it.
light around here. Do a bit of a reveal on this stone. Feels kind of dry. There we go. Alright, ready to look at it? I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Let's finish it up. We'll finish the bottom, then we'll weigh it up. 2 carats, it'll change over, my guess. The color's not bad. Okay, here we have our 3 stones. We'll look at them in some light here in a minute to see what we actually got. But smallest one without a whole lot of color in it. We got carat and a half maybe on that one. 1.46. There we go. Cushion cut. I think I was saying 2 carats. A little bit over. I think we're good there. A little over 2 carats, my guess. 2.45. A little bigger than I thought. And probably about 3 carats on this pear shape, teardrop shape. Yep, 3.13. So 3.1. What was this one? 2.4? 2.46 and 1.5. All right, from smallest, we did end up pulling a little bit of color into that stone. Not that it would ever be a usable stone, but 1.5 carats of not a whole lot. Then we'll look at our teardrop. This one does have nice color up in the tip of it. It could probably be recut to a little bit smaller and possibly end up with a usable stone, but 3 carats of nothing I would use at this point. And the best one, obviously, this one right here. The good, a little bit over 2 carats, almost 2.5 carats. The bad, that little inclusion stayed, and when I polished it, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a sand spot right about here. Once it dries, you'll be able to see it well. Let me see if I can show it to you. I don't know, right there. I don't know if it would come out. It looks like it might get worse as it goes in. That's actually a pretty stone. Bright color, good face, not really directional, beautiful greens. Let's see if it pulls any other colors in under the other light. But that was a fun stone to cut, and I think that would be possibly a usable stone with a small imperfection in the face. Let's see if we get anything but green in the other light. Okay, as I kind of expected, so there is the green, but you get a little bit more of a gold hue. This light definitely shows the imperfection. See the sand spot right there in the upper left-hand corner-ish? It's pretty obvious in this light. This light's a little bit better at showing the imperfections. This is just a dirty color bar. I don't know that I would get through it and have anything left for a stone. The thickness isn't terrible, but you go down much more and it would be thin. For what it is, for that dirty color bar, it's pretty color, it's bright color. $60 stone to $65 stone, probably. And probably could be cut down a little bit more and get a clean face, but who knows. See the imperfection right there. Maybe another day, if I find a use for that stone, we'll recut it. But I like the color, I like the brightness. Tell me what you think. $65? Deal? Not a deal? Bargain? Rip off? What do you think? I would have liked to have seen 5-6 carats out of that 18 carat piece that looks about like this, but they don't all turn out that way, right? Okay, if you know me, you know I couldn't leave it with the flaw in the face, so I recut it. Took 2 times around. It is 2.1 carats now.
I don't remember what we were a minute ago, 2.4, 2.5. We got into some different color, going a little bit further. A little bit more than just the greens. Here it is under 10x magnification. You can see we have a clean face. I didn't think that sand was going to come out. When I recut it the first time, it looked like it was getting worse, but I decided to try, and second time was a success. Ended up with an awesome little 2.1 carat cushion cut. In this light. Anyway, I think we did the right thing cutting that down. It's got 3D color now. The color, the green isn't as big or as bold, but we picked up the other colors. We picked up a real, like, dynamic stone. The way it moves and rolls, and a very pleasant, nice, and clean stone. I did not think that stone was going to come clean. At least the face we ended on. If we probably went another fraction of a mil, we'd bump into another sand spot, but we will call that a successful 2.1 carat from our $65 stone. I really like that one, and I'm glad that I went in to clean it up, because now it will actually go into my box of settable stones, ones that I think are worth being set. It's interesting. The depth on this one is really, it's hard to describe. The stone that we cut yesterday is, which one is it here? Remind me, not this one, not this one. Where is the one I cut yesterday? Hang on. Okay, I found it. It was the 5 carat stone. A beautiful stone. Mostly greens and blues in this light, but other colors and other lights and from different angles. Beautiful stone. $65 for that one. $65 for that one. Both of them easily worth $65. Probably a $200 stone. At least. Tell me what you think. I'm always interested.